are live. Welcome, everyone. My name is Niki Lopez of Niki Lopez Creative, and you're watching The Circle, where every Tuesday, the first and third Tuesday of the month, I'm talking to artists, activists, social entrepreneurs, people doing great things today. And today I have a very special guest and friend, Carla Remington.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. And so we're starting a little late, but we're still here, and I appreciate everyone being here. We've been doing The Circle since 2018, so Carla remembers it used to be in person. So we're just gonna roll with that right now. So welcome. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about Carla, who is a party promoter and social activist. She started promoting party promotions in New York with Cupid Promotion, moved to Florida in 1994 and started doing parties at Jay's every Friday night, started managing Cloud9 from 2006 to 2011, left and started doing theme parties at different locations such as Pineapple Cafe, Trio on the Bay, Tokyo Blue, Darpur, Deco, The Palace, and most recently, Lounge 14, to name a few. And also, Carla is a member of the Fort Lauderdale Black Pride and one-time president of Gold Coast Pool Parties Association, and gold medal winner at Gay Olympus in Chicago.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
welcome.
So
that's a lot. And so thank you for being here.
No, anything for you. You know, I love me some Niki Lopez.
Thank you. I love you too. So I know I've seen you out and about in different spaces in the community, but one of the things that I've really known you for is I don't know if it would be, you consider it a Black lesbian party or a lesbian party, but doing lesbian parties for a number of years. And a lot of your things stem from party promotion. So what was your start?
My start, actually I was dating someone who was into party promoting, and she asked me to come on board. That was in New York, and we started Cupid Productions, and that was a party every Friday. We did it at number one hotspot, so it'd be about 500 gorgeous lesbians under the Brooklyn Bridge every Friday, and that was my start. So we would do little themes, or we would do events around out and about in New York, picnics and beach parties and stuff, but mainly it was the club under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Awesome. 500?
500.
Damn, we gotta go to New York for 500.
I don't even know if it's like that anymore in New York. Like when I visit, I'm asking people where are the parties, you know, so everything's changed, you know.
What's the importance to you for having lesbian-centered spaces or lesbian parties in particular?
Well, you can see it now. Right now, in Fort Lauderdale, you are hard pressed to find anything for lesbians. You will get once a month themes or something weekly, but I'm embarrassed sometimes when friends come over or visit, and they're like, "Oh, where is there to go for us?" And there's hardly anything going on now. I didn't do a party for a year and a half because of the pandemic. But I had my birthday party, which you attended, and you look cute too. So, and I was surprised because after the pandemic, I was like, it's my birthday, but I expect maybe, 100 people, 300 people showed up, and everybody was like, Carla, keep it going because there's nothing out there to do and that we want to attend, so it's interesting. Promotions in Florida are interesting because the party promoters, I don't think anybody in Florida likes each other. So,
oh man,
yeah. So there's no unity. There's really no unity. One person will do something, and then another person, hey, Marley. Then another person will do something else, but there's never any unity where we can all get together and support each other. And anybody tells you different, they're lying. Trust me. There's no unity here with the gay lesbians in Florida.
And I think, one of the things that I love, because it's, you don't have too many lesbian events, lesbian-centered events. They're very far and few in between. When I go places, it's usually white male dominated.
Absolutely.
And so your parties are lesbian, but it also has a lot of, Black people of color, a lot of variety that you don't see in other places.
Because I don't see color. For me, there's assholes and non-assholes. Can I curse in your house? Is this a good time to ask?
Yeah, right? Yeah, we're good.
Okay. But, I don't, my friends are varied. So you come to my parties, you'll see a rainbow of colors. And that's how I like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge some people that are online with us. We have, if you're in the Facebook group called The Circle, we do not see your name unless you add your name. So we're going to try to figure out who you are. But we have Jamie.
That's my son.
Yes, Jamie. I was like, I want to see if you want me on the circle with Carla, right? We have Donna, Layla.
Hey.
We have Sylvia Ames. Thank you for being here. Damaris, thank you for being here. I saw Jane and Trish. And we also have a few people on YouTube. We have Dylan. Thank you for joining us. So if you have questions, comments, anything, put it in the chat and we could see it. We have Jane and Trish. They're at every LGBT, lesbian, music. They're just there, a staple.
And they're so talented.
Yes, absolutely. And I have to have them on the circle one of these days. Yeah. What I saw that, when you're I love that you put social activists. So what does that word mean to you, and how do you exemplify that with what you do within the community?
Last year was trying, but this is something that I feel very strongly about, just fighting for rights for us, whether it's gay, Black, it's important, and coming here. I remember driving home from Cloud9 one night, and I remember I saw the siren. So this is 6:00 in the morning because I'm leaving work, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not in the mood for this today." And I remember this cop gets out with his hand right on his gun, and he's like, "License and registration, boy." So I was like, "What's the problem? What's going on?" And he says to me, "You were swerving in and out on the road, so we want to make sure everything's okay." I said, "I wasn't swerving." Put his hand right back. "Are you calling me a liar?" So then his partner gets out. He goes, "Hey, what's up, Cloud9?" I was like, "You tell me." Okay. He's like, "Oh, you know her?" And the other cop says, Yeah. She hires me for private detail for the club ever so often. So he says, "Okay, well, you know how it is." I said, "I really don't. Am I free to go now?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, you can go." And I was like, supposing I was a man of color driving a nice car, how would that have turned out? And there's so much of that going on, and for so many of our allies when I was doing the protests and everything last year, it was so amazing to me how many allies we had. And it wasn't a color thing, it was what's right thing. And we all need to be socially aware of what's going on and try to make a change, because I don't know if it's going to change in my lifetime, but we got to keep trying. So yeah, absolutely. You have to, all of us have to be aware. It's okay to look nice and go out and party and have a good time, but the bottom line is that we have to affect change.
Absolutely. And then I also saw, because you are part of Black Pride Fort Lauderdale, which I thought was really nice. I mean, I enjoyed the parties. I go to as many when I could attend them.
Right.
But I also thought it was really nice to go to some community events and see you there, and also a part of the planning. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I don't think that some people may be aware of that input from you to our community.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I've been part of maybe 5 Black Pride associations. And unfortunately, it starts off with the gusto. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do next. But unfortunately, a lot of them don't come to fruition, whether it's funding, whether it's as a group, as a collective. So I see some people trying to, like, I believe Yolanda, she had a Pride event last weekend. So I heard it went well. And we need more of that because it's hard. Unfortunately, it's a hard thing to get a bunch of us together and plan something and follow through with it. So I would go to the meetings. I'd put my input in, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's all you can do. But I'm not going to stop.
Absolutely. Well, I love that. I mean, the parties are significant enough, but I do love that you also have that side.
Yeah.
So I wanted to definitely mention that because I think it's important to know.
Absolutely.
We have Jane and Trish asking, what sport did you win the gold medal in?
Oh,
yes, what's about that?
I play pool. So we had a team of Floridians that went to the Chicago Games in 2006, I believe. And I played this girl from Sweden for the gold medal, and I won.
Wow.
She had an easy 8-ball, and all she had to do was aim it, put it in there, and she goes, "Can I have a timeout?" And my whole team was like, "Timeout? She has you." And I said, "She's done. I got her." She came back, missed that 8-ball, and I hit 3 balls in 8-ball, and I won that gold medal.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I know pool, there's a stick, there's some balls.
That's all you know.
Pick a side.
That's it.
I get the pose. That's it for me.
Right.
That's it for me.
Oh, I've been playing. My mom had a restaurant in Barbados. She had a couple of bars and restaurants. So from the time I was 8 years old, the guys in the bar, older guys, taught me how to play. What the fuck are you doing? You got to hit the ball this way. So you learn quickly when people are cursing you out. I was so frazzled, I picked up the stick in the wrong hand. So I play as a lefty, and I'm a righty. So I learned from 8, and then my mother started, you could play my daughter for a shot of Hennessy in the bar, and she would give me $1. But a Hennessy shot was $6, so she was basically scamming. But I digress.
Don't you just love parents?
I love my parents.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't get through to my dad for 3 days. I was like going crazy, and Judy was keeping me really calm. She's like, "He's gonna be okay." Because my dad lives right on the beach in Barbados, and they had the storm pass through, and I couldn't get him for 3 days.
Oh man!
But finally, I got him. He's like, "Hello, Carla." I was like, "Hi, Daddy. You okay?" He's like, "Yes. Are you okay?" He's real conservative. I was like, "I'm fine, Father." He said the electricity was off for 3 days, and the mosquitoes was flying, and there was no AC, but I'm good. I said, "Okay, good. I'm glad to hear your voice."
Yeah. That's glad. I'm glad he's okay, and everybody. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. And I know, so June is the official month of Pride, but we know Pride is 365, 7 days a week.
All day, every day.
What does Pride mean to you?
Pride is a fellowship that we can all get together. It doesn't matter what race, what color. We can all get together and show pride from within of who we are. That we're proud to be here, proud to be out, proud to be ourselves. And that's why I always say to people, the clubs, people sometimes go poo-poo, but we all came out in the clubs. We were all able to be ourselves in the clubs.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised how many of these kids, they still call me Pops. Why? Because I was their parental figure in the clubs, like, well, let me see, how you doing in school? So, and you'd be surprised how many kids would come in and say, "Oh, I got kicked out of my house today," and how many of them crashed on my couch because they had nowhere to go. So, being able to go to Pride and be your authentic self will always be the best thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
And my older friends who have come out when they're older, and I take them to an event or something, they're like, wow, this feels so good. It's like a whole weight is off their shoulder because they can be their authentic selves. Yeah.
And it's funny when you say coming out in the clubs, because I think that definitely, I mean, people knew who were close to me, but I was definitely one of those people, a couple of drinks, I'm dancing on the wrong side of the tracks.
Hey!
And you're like, wait a minute.
Come here, little girl. What's up?
Yeah. So that's definitely that was definitely something that was kind of like my MO. After a couple of drinks, I'm just like, okay, dude, go. I'm dancing with her. But I love that, but still that sense of taking care, because I do see your posts and you're always telling people happy birthday and things. And it, to me, it comes from more than just a party promoter.
Right.
Trying to keep people involved in their parties. You actually care about people. You call people their sons, your daughters, and check in.
I cuss them up, but and you know, I somebody asked me that the other day. They were like, Carla, do you have pictures with everybody who's gay in Fort Lauderdale? And I said, pretty much, and the ones who are no longer gay. So y'all need to keep me real close, because if I ever have an expose, I'll be exposing a lot of folks. But yeah. I've been here since I've been here. I've been doing parties. So a lot of them have grown up with me. So I knew Jamie when Jamie was 20 something. Okay. You know, low 20s, you know, and, you know, but it means something to me that I could show them a different way. You know, it's not about being irresponsible and doing drugs and drinking and driving drunk. And I remember renting a truck when it was the year for Obama to be elected. I said, anybody, I'm going to rent a truck and I'm going to drive you guys to vote, and everybody who can come back to the bar and have a drink. And I was like, oh, maybe 20. No, 120. So I can, you know, stuff like that. I love that. If you encourage these young people, they'll do the right thing, but you have to give them that encouragement.
Absolutely. And I do know, like, you're someone who's always been, I've always felt your support. I've done shows.
Yeah.
You may not make everyone, but then I have so many, so I'm fine with that. But
Right.
you come, you show up. I have some in the gallery. I have something cross town. You show up.
Because I love the baby. I love the baby.
Oh, we have a question that came on the group from Carla. Interesting. If you don't see color, why is it important to have black spaces?
Oh, well, okay. I can explain that to you, because all the other spaces are all the other colors. So sometimes it's good to see your own. Okay. You want to go out, and I party with everyone. Trust me. I love my boys. I love my Caucasian boys. I have Caucasian friends, but sometimes I want to go to places and hear my music, see my style of dressing, see my culture. Okay, so it's very important that when you come out, all you're seeing is not the boys in Alibi or you know, you have to have your own sometimes to get that culture in. I want to see people like me party.
Yeah. And I think, you know, that is extremely important. Like for someone like me, like I'm LGBT, and a lot of my events, even though it may be predominant, a good portion, arts advocates, it's just, you know, me or whoever. Right. But the thing is, I do agree. We need inclusive spaces, and we also need exclusive spaces where we get to just unwind. One of the things I really appreciate about the pandemic, there were a lot of spaces that were created virtually as a support for Black people, unapologetically. So, and I think with all the things that was going on, now more than ever, those spaces are needed, and you don't have it. So you do need those, like, hey, everyone's welcome, but guess what? This is our little space.
Right. At no point would I ever tell somebody they can come to my party. Boys come, girls come, Caucasians come, African Americans come. I love to include everybody, but you're gonna hear predominantly R&B and hip hop and reggae. You know, that's what you're gonna hear at my parties, and then you'll throw in a little bit of the other stuff. But when we go out as somebody of color, and I go out to these other places, I am stressed to hear one song of color,
Mhm.
and it's okay. But so sometimes we're able to have that, and it's our own, and it's precious.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. And we have from Facebook, we have Roosevelt. Oh, welcome to the dirty South. When you said when you move when you moved to here a while back, and we also have a comment from Dr. Naomi Ruth Cobb. Hi, Nikki and Carla. Hello, hello.
Hi, Naomi.
Thanks for joining us.
You got the child support? She's been asking for child support for years.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I have a friend. I always run that joke. Like, I need my child support.
That's right.
Jeffrey needs shoes. Like, who's Jeffrey?
That's right.
In your opinion, what is something that may be missing during Pride or during the conversation in general as it relates to the LGBT communities?
Sometimes, unfortunately, when you do Pride events, some of them do have the workshops and stuff that I think are needed for our psychological welfare,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not well attended, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So try to make that more fun to encourage the younger people to come, because you'd be surprised at how many of the younger folk are going through it, with mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
Almost, you have the older ones that I have some older friends that are guilty about being gay. So sometimes maybe provide a somewhere for them to be able to discuss that with like folks that,
Mm-hmm.
I think. But when the Pride events do have it, because it's not advertised as much as the party, the pool party,
Mm-hmm.
is not very well attended.
Mm-hmm.
So make it a fun thing. Maybe make it a game thing where you can actually get some help, but making it fun at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I interviewed someone a couple weeks, Dion, and he said, the history of Pride, because everybody's so into the festivities, and there's not enough information. But then you give a good point about the mental health and wellness of the community. Which
being gay is not easy.
Yeah,
you got to deal with a lot of crap, on a daily basis, and with interactions with family. I mean, I'm telling you, at Cloud9, how many of the kids were kicked out of their home when their parents found out they were gay. And they have to deal with that. They have nowhere to go, But that was back then. Probably is a little better now, because there are other avenues you can use. But.
And Dr. Naomi Cobb said, great idea about the mental health wellness. Yeah. And we have Donna, it said, it's hard to try to find a place. It's harder to locate a permanent space to have various events. It would be nice. Yeah. Yeah.
For a lot of time in Fort Lauderdale, the only two constant places were Jay's and Cloud9, and they're still here.
I'm surprised.
They're still here.
I've been to Cloud9 many, many years ago without dating myself, but aging myself. Like, it's still there, but here. Yeah. Have you had any challenges that you had to overcome by being a Black woman or a Black out lesbian woman?
No. I refuse to let anything. I've always worked in my work outside of the parties and stuff was always retail management or hotel management, and I've always been the only Black woman, the only gay woman, and I never let anything get me down or try bring me down. And I'm overconfident. I think I can do anything. It's a tourist thing. You were almost a good tourist. You're a little Aries, but a tourist, we tourists, we believe in ourselves to the fullest extent. So yeah, that was it.
But that's awesome, because I feel like, that story is valid as well. We need to highlight our challenges, but also we don't always have challenges in every space. So I think that's amazing to know. Anything
that I wanted to do, I've done. Except go to Japan. I haven't gotten there yet.
Ooh, I'd love to go to Japan. Yeah.
Diane, a friend of mine, Diane King, she performs there every year, and I remember she always told me, "Gonna go because they treat her like a queen there."
Mm.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to go with her because I want to be treated like a king. I digress. Go ahead.
What is something that you could share with a youth or someone who may have some challenges navigating some of the things that you've either had life experience in? What's like, yeah, so a piece of advice that you could give to someone young or someone just trying to figure out it.
I mean,
How to
it's
go
so
down.
easy now for you to actually go online, Google different agencies that you can get help. Maybe look to somebody to mentor you that you know is older, that's in the community. We all know somebody that is gay, that's
Mm-hmm.
older, that's lived life. Talk to them, try to tell them what you're going through, ask them how to deal with it. Because these kids ask me all the time. So I mean, I know they're curious to know what to do in different situations. So just Google, try to find the agencies that will help you
Mm-hmm.
with what you're going through. It's different now than it was 20, 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 54, trust me. Now you guys have it easy. Easy.
Yes, yes, yes. And we have Carla from the Facebook group saying, which is interesting, she asked this question: it's lovely to fantasize about a mature place for Black lesbians to congregate in Broward. Any thoughts?
Well,
Besides coming to your party, because there's
right.
definitely a
I know.
diverse age group.
I've like last year I was thinking about getting involved in getting a place, and I almost did, and Judy was the one like, let's think about it. That was in February of last year. I would have lost everything if I had gotten it. So I think I'm going through some different things right now, but I'm still thinking about getting a place,
Mm-hmm.
which it will be for us age wise, but it'd be for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't think it's a fantasy. I just think it's just so hard. Women, when they have the opportunity to go out, they go out, they find somebody to partner up with, and then
You don't see it no more.
you don't see them no more until they break up. Then they'd be like, Carla, let me tell you about that. No, you're gone for 2 years, but they come up to party to find a partner to stay home and watch Netflix. Women are like the men go out every day. I have men friends and they're on the drive every day partying and they're out drinking and they're having fun and they're relaxing. But women aren't like that. We're nesters by nature, So I don't know necessarily that a place that just catered to women would be successful because it's hard to get women to come out on a constant basis. It really is. I mean, I'm only saying it from my point of view because I know. If I have, that's why it was easier for Cloud9 and for Jays because it was guys and women that went out. So the girls party with the guys. But if it was just all women, I don't think it would work.
Apparently, Jamie thinks that's funny.
Jamie, no.
But yeah, I would also say, Carla, to check out one of Carla's events because definitely they have a variety of age groups, but definitely there's older people there as well. Jane and Trish, please have a party that starts earlier for the older lesbians, like tea dances.
I get it. No, I get it. You're right. But
have you done a tea dance or a late
I
night?
did. I used to do parties on Sundays with that was like a while ago, like 2010, and those were successful. But yeah, that could be that. Like for my birthday party, I started at 9, and and Valerie Tyson performed, and then she finished at midnight, and then we started with a DJ. So it can work. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But you see, I'm very anal, and when I give parties, nobody can ever say they have gotten to my party before me. I'm the first one there to arrange everything. So now you're asking me to get there at 6 and stay till 4.
Absolutely. But yeah, tea party that maybe
Those are good.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you can get a lot of drinking in a lesser amount of time.
Yeah, absolutely. What's one thing that people may not know about you that you're comfortable sharing?
Oh, I share everything.
I have to say that because you never know when someone, you give that space, people
Right.
just go in sometimes.
Oh gosh, I'm really sensitive. I love long walks on the beach. No, nobody's buying it.
I don't know. We gotta check in with Judy and see. We have to verify that. What are some ways that people could connect to you or support your events, know about events that's coming up?
I'm on Facebook,
Mhm.
Carrem at facebook.com, CARREM, and Carla Reming on Instagram. Usually, if I'm doing an event, I get the flyer made and then I post it. So if you want to add me on social media, go right ahead.
Absolutely.
If you don't have a picture, I don't reply. I don't add people in the pictures. I don't know. That's weird to me. Why do people do that?
Yeah.
Like ask to be your friend and they have no pictures, no.
Yeah,
you're weird.
I don't do those. Or if it says Forex trading or
the
from
Bitcoin.
another. Yeah, the Bitcoin, because everybody's Forex. I think they're just trying to find anybody.
Yeah.
It's also weird when there's absolutely no mutual connections.
None.
But then
I've been getting a lot of guys recently. I'm like, baby, they still want me, and she's like, yeah, leave me alone. I'm like, I'm just trying to share.
I'm trying to make somebody jealous, and they're like, But yeah, when they have either no mutual friends is a red flag for me, or weirdness, or depending on the type of mutual friends.
Right.
Like,
I don't do that.
I don't think so. Do you have any self-care practices?
No, I haven't been taking care of myself. Like I used to be real. I used to be real bitchy. Like, I get my toes done and stuff, and put on that clear polish, and do my face. My face was breaking up with the mask and everything, but I tried to I used to go to the beach. That was my self-care thing because I love the water, and I would go, and Judy would be like, it's too goddamn hot. And I would go by myself and just sit on the beach with my crossword puzzles, and that was peaceful for me. But I haven't been doing it recently, so we got to get back into it. But slowly everything is coming back around, So yeah.
But the beach, I love the beach. I'm there every Sunday.
Yeah.
So
it's very therapeutic.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's definitely a good start. So do you have any? Oh, let me see who's posting this comment. Carla again. We have Black Woman Grown Brunch. That would be great.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And Lounge 14 wanted me to do a Sunday brunch every Sunday. It's just a lot of work, to do something every Sunday. And then when you're starting off, it's going to start off a little slower and then pick up speed. And to find I was going to do it, but it was so hard to find cooks. Nobody wanted to work. It's so weird. I guess it was easier to stay home and get paid. Unemployment, but I like that with nice music playing, nothing too intrusive, I like that. Yeah. Like I go sometimes to Iguana, it's too loud.
Oh man.
It's too much going on. I can't, I got to pay $20 to park. I go in there and it's rah, 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 rah. I don't like that. So, I do things that I like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my brunch would be different. It'd be more probably like jazz and shit.
Yeah, I hear you. That's one of my go-to music. Yeah. I listen to a lot of things, but I have two go-to sounds when I'm working, or just is either jazz or silence.
Or sound, the best sounds.
Yes.
Ever.
Like I don't want to not a peep. So absolutely. Do you have anything coming up or anything?
They're kind of celebrating me on the 17th.
Kind of celebrating.
I know. They called me a Fort Lauderdale legend. It was so adorable. But at there's a new little spot called Cubs,
Mm-hmm.
and it's where Old Florida Seafood House used to be is now called Holy Mackerel. And at the very side of it, there's a hidden bar for women.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only open, I think, Wednesday through Sunday. But they're having a celebration for me there on Saturday, July 17th. And you can get in touch with Rochelle Willis.
Mm-hmm.
And she can because they're actually gonna sell the VIP membership passes for Cubs. You got yours.
Yes.
So yay!
Yes, that's the intention. But so yes, so I did see it, and I thought, because I've always wanted to have you on the circle. And I just thought it was perfect timing. I had a little space open up, and I was just like, well, it's not June, but still, you're amazing, so we got to put you in there.
Oh, thank you, Niki.
But I know you probably, because I know a lot of times it's uncomfortable talking about ourselves. But what are some of the reasons do you feel that people may consider you a Broward legend?
Because I was doing it for so long.
Yes.
Right. So I was the first one doing parties at Jay's. I was the first one doing parties at Cloud9, and promotions. So all of them grew.
All of them,
yeah. So I mean, I watched the progress of all of them now,
Mm-hmm.
and some are doing well, some aren't. But I was there first. You'll have a lot of people out there that call themselves promoters.
Mm-hmm.
But they take no interest in the individuals,
Mm-hmm.
And I took interest in them. I was at the mother's birthday. I went to the funerals. I went to the weddings. I went to,
Mm-hmm.
So
the art shows.
That's right.
I gotta put that in.
That's right. So did it a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just really excited for you, and I'm happy. A lot of time people have this they say give someone their flowers when they're here.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's just a beautiful and amazing thing that someone or some group of people got together to honor you in that way.
It was very sweet, unexpected. Yeah. It was nice.
Yes, absolutely. And if we have the link, because I think it said, when I saw it, it said a private event. So if there is an opening, maybe we'll share the link for people to get more information, but definitely something worth looking into. So what's next for you besides, what do you got going on?
Nothing. I think I'm going to actually spend some time with my dad, because he wasn't doing so hot. So I'd probably go to Barbados for a little bit, probably a couple of months. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then when I come back, then we can get maybe a brunch going.
Yeah, brunch is nice.
Brunch is really nice, yeah. But I'm funny about food, tourist thing.
Mm-hmm.
The food has to be perfect. So yeah. I don't want to see things just thrown down in
Well, I'm not going to call anybody out, but I do know that there's someone watching that is within our community that caters. So if they want to present themselves, but if not, I also know some. I don't want to put people on the spot.
Right.
But there is someone in that atmosphere that does catering. But I also know some other people that might do some food stuff. So maybe it'll be something. I wasn't pointing no fingers.
Right.
But, even if you're not able to do it, to refer someone to do it is still, or to kind of help get it done is still a thing. Sometimes if I can't do something that people are used to coming to me for, I like to be able to say, well, I'm not doing that now, but here's this person. So
do it all the time. If I had $1 for every person that I helped or referred to, I'd be rich.
Prima Donna catering service is available.
Oh, right.
Absolutely. If you had access to a time machine, where would you go and why? The past or the future?
Oh, I don't know why I always envisioned that I was Dean Martin. I'm reincarnated. Don't ask. I love the whole Rat Pack.
I kind of feel that.
Do you feel that?
Feel that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I was the one, call women babe and smoke and drink my whiskey. That's who I feel I was. I came from the 60s, the 50s. I
Ah,
don't know why. So
okay.
even if you see how I dress like an old man all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I totally see it. I totally see it. That is so awesome. Anything else you want to add?
No, I just love you. I love what you're doing.
Aw.
I really do. And I appreciate you having me on today. And we'll catch up soon. Maybe
Yes.
we'll do a beach thing.
Oh, yes,
I would
yes,
love
yes.
that.
That's awesome. Well, I go to the beach on Sundays. So I have a mindful practice. I'm part of a mindful practice group. We get there at 8 o'clock. So I don't know.
Okay, no.
You said that too quick.
Okay, no. No, I was thinking more like 11.
Well, okay. Well, then we have to figure out another beach day since that, you know,
Yeah.
'cause sometimes we're there later. I mean, this Sunday was our coach Thaddeus's birthday.
Okay.
So we did a shift because we got there at 8 o'clock. We
Yeah.
left, the last of us left at minutes to 5 p.m.
Oh, wow.
So we were there
Wow.
a long time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely love what you do. Thank you for those of you who are watching this live. Please be sure to share this. I will have an edited version. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties.
It was
There's a
cute.
link.
It was cute seeing you sweat and everything.
But you know, it's live and that's how it is. And so I'm just super grateful for everyone who stayed on. Let me see. Oh, Nastasia. I'm down next Sunday beach. Oh, yes. Awesome.
I'm going to be on Hollywood Beach. A friend of mine is celebrating their birthday. And
Nice.
at the Diane Hotel. So we'll be all in front there. They're supposed to be at 10. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll be there.
10 o'clock. Oh,
I'll be there
wow.
around noon. Yeah, so
Maybe I might have to check that out because I do
right.
maybe
I
afterwards.
usually stay there when I go on Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's
hotel.
like beach, like people are dressed up but not in the water, or is it beach where people actually?
Oh, people are
gonna
going to water.
Okay.
I'm
That's
like,
important.
yeah, I have on my raggedy shorts and my flip flops. I'm there.
Yes. So, you know, I'm really grateful that you were able to be on here and share a little bit about
thank you so
some
much
of the
for
work
the
that
love.
you.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Nikki. I appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. And for those watching it on live, so we're live on a few places. We're on Facebook under my profile, Niki Lopez Creative, the Facebook group called The Circle, where this is actually our first broadcast on LinkedIn. So we're live on LinkedIn and YouTube, and then this goes and gets uploaded by next week to any of the Spotify. Oh, we have Judy Brown. Hello. Thanks for joining us. We have it goes to any of the podcasts. So please, please consider sharing this video. There's someone that could be inspired, who can be motivated to want to get to know Carla, go to one of her parties, support in any way, maybe, you know, help out with the catering or the brunch or some other idea.
Yeah.
One of the things that I, you know, when you talk about like there's people doing things, but there's not a lot of unity and collaboration or just being on the same page of things.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know who could watch this and say, hey, I have an idea. You know, let me try to get in touch with Carla. So please consider sharing this video out. I'm here every first and third Tuesday of the month. The Circle is brought to you by Niki Lopez Creative and What's Your Elephant? What's Your Elephant is a space that creates, it's a movement that creates safe spaces to use the arts to talk about anything unspoken. And so around this time, I normally have an annual art show. This year is going to be a series. I'm kicking off a What's Your Elephant LGBTQ series.
Oh, okay.
And so it's going to be a series that starts in July and goes all the way up to next year, probably January, February. And there's going to be workshops. There's going to be art making workshops. There's going to be discussions. I have some community partners working with me. There's going to be a culminating event and showcase of the work. And so if you go to what'syourelephant.org, you will see the link to, there is a call for artists posted. So there's going to be a show in the gallery July, August. Well, I think August is the opening, but then there's going to be a ton of virtual programming between now and next year. So definitely join us. And Carla, thanks again for being here.
Thanks for having me, girl.
Yes. And we will see you all next time on the circle, or if you have the private invite to Carla's Black and White Broward Legends Soiree.
Oh my goodness, I can't.
All right, thanks and good night, everyone. Peace.
Peace.